बोला सर.
Sir. Sir, we are so lucky that we have to have such nice faculty in our department. Dr. Rupa Gupta, madam.
Yes, yes, ma'am.
She always keep us busy by engaging such types of activities.
So it is a need of the day, sir. So,
Yeah, sir. Yeah. She takes much
so
efforts from the
as a
efforts.
teacher, it is a responsibility of us to maximum to the students
Yes, sir.
and as per the needs of the time. So
Yes,
today
right,
is
sir.
a need of the design thinking and other innovation activities for the students.
Right, sir.
Okay, so that they can cope up with the competitive world
Right,
and
right,
become
sir.
successful persons. So I will start, sir. Thank you very much, Pandey sir, Rupa Medium, for inviting me for this lecture. And
Okay, sir.
Welcome.
I'm also thankful to your management and principal also for inviting me this lecture. Good morning to all the participants.
Sir, there are some formalities. Thank you.
Okay, madam.
So I think my voice is clear.
Clear, ma'am.
Yeah. Okay, thank you so much. So welcome you all. So first of all, my deepest salutation to Almighty and the founder president of our Bharatiya Seva Sadan, late Srimati Radhadevi ji Goenka. The President, Honorable President Mr. Dilip Rajji Goenka sir, Honorable Principal Dr. Charushila ji Rumale ma'am, Honorable Vice Principal and the Head Department of Commerce Dr. Ambadas Pande sir, Honorable Resource Person Dr. Hameshbabu Nanvala sir. Sir, we are very fortunate to with your company for this workshop. All the faculty members, research scholar, and dear student, I, Dr. Rupa Gupta, on behalf of Institutions Innovation Council and Department of Commerce and Management, welcome you in workshop on design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design as per the new education policy. It is the need of an hour, and now recently I heard that government is very curious to implement the new education policy in our Maharashtra in a full-fledged manner. So we should all know the basics of design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design, and that is why Ministry of Education is always working on intellectual property right, entrepreneurship, and innovation. So first of all, I may introduce, with the permission of Vice Principal Sir, the Honorable
Yeah, please.
Dr. Hameshbabu Nanvala Sir. So, respected Sir, is a professor in Mechanical Engineering Department, B.N. College of Engineering, Pusad. Sir worked as a vice principal for 3.5 years, and right now he is in charge principal for 3.5 years. He is also rector of the hostels for 13 years, and since 18 August 2011 working as a professor in mechanical engineering department. Respected sir has a vast teaching experience of 32 years. He has also the industrial experience of 3 years. He is responsible for a wide range of operations of the B.N. College of Engineering, Pusad since 1991, including academic affairs, faculty development, students affairs, student admissions, hostels, and college administration. Sir has received his PhD in mechanical engineering under the guidance of Dr. R.B. Kodali of BITS Pilani. He is also recognized PhD supervisor and member board of studies mechanical engineering board 2017 to 2022 of SGB Amaravati University. One scholar submitted and four research scholars are pursuing their research work for PhD under his supervision. Sir has published 24 research papers in international and national journals and conferences. He has received grant of 19 lakhs from AICTE under Mod Drops scheme. He is a reviewer for international journal expert systems of Wills Bailey Publications, World Applied Sciences Journal, and International Journal of Production Research of Taylor and Francis, United Kingdom. Sir has delivered expert talk, and he is also the key notes lectures on the topics design thinking, frugal engineering, NBA preparation, and NAC preparations. Respected Sir is also the certified innovation ambassador, Institutions Innovation Council, Ministry of Education Innovation, SAIL. So, with these words, it is my humble request to Dr. Hameshbabu Sir, please share your experience on design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design. Thank you so much, sir. This virtual platform is now yours. Thank you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you for your nice introduction. So one correction is there. I am not the in-charge principal. I was in-charge principal. Okay. Okay. Good morning to all.
Good morning, sir.
So today's topic is design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design. Even though the terms looks new, but it is not new. Design thinking, critical thinking, innovation design is not the new thing. It is there from the inception of the human beings. So human beings, the critical thinker is an innovator because of innovations. What the facilities we are enjoying today are invented by our ancestors only. So invention is not new. And particularly for Indians, we are very great information collectors. Okay, we acquire the knowledge very well because of that only. If you see the software industry, so English is okay, na madam?
Yes, sir.
Is it okay for English?
Yeah, I think from all over India, there are participants are participated.
Okay, thank you, ma'am. Then okay. So if you see the software industry, so the Indian people are dominating, and because we have a inbuilt capacity in our genes, we will good knowledge acquisitors. We acquire the knowledge very quickly, and the I will come later that how we can improve ourselves. Same in the same way, the government of India thought that so we are acquiring the knowledge very well. But if you see the patent wise, international patents, the rank of India up to 2015 was around 81 like that. Okay, the government of India initiated the things in various colleges and other things how to convert your knowledge into your patents, your own property. Okay, so in this direction, government of India started the Institute Innovation Councils. Initially, they started in IITs, then NITs, then started in engineering colleges. Now started all the higher education institutions. Now started they initiated the process of constituting an Institute Innovation Council. These institution innovation councils are working very well and guiding the students to convert their creativity and their thinking into their own property, that is patents and other things. And they're also encouraging innovations. They are also encouraging make their innovations into products by incubation facility, providing the incubation facility. Okay, so now if you see the today's world, there are few buzzwords. You will 1 minute. मेरा स्लाइड शेयर दूसरा स्लाइड आ गया क्या मैडम?
No, sir. This is first slide only.
Okay, I will see. Okay, is it visible?
Yes, sir.
So in this, like the main outcomes of this lecture are, after completion of this lecture, we will know what is design thinking, the importance of design thinking, and understand the key concepts, principles of design thinking, And because it is a workshop, but we are performing as a webinar, so we will try to solve some exercises during this process, and we will understand what is design thinking. We also, the students can, participants can also able to solve the problems by using design thinking method. These are the some buzzwords today. If you see, startup, incubation, innovation, creativity, invention. So now we can see everywhere on the newspaper and TV that some of startup has received this much fund from the various investors and other things. Okay. Sir, is there any, madam, is there any provision to interact with the people?
Yes, sir, definitely.
So may I ask the participants, can anybody elaborate the what is startup? Please raise your hand so madam will unmute you. Tejaswini, please. Tejaswini More. Madam, unmute her, please. Please explain what is startup.
Sir, can I explain?
Yes, please.
A startup is a company that's in the initial stage of business.
Very good. Okay, anybody else?
गुड मॉर्निंग टू ऑल। एक नया चीज मार्केट में देना,
नया चीज मार्केट में देना। वेरी गुड, वेरी गुड।
इंट्रोड्यूस करना, एक छोटा सा बिजनेस।
ओके, और एनीबॉडी? ओके, वेरी गुड। सो स्टार्टअप इज नथिंग बट, जैसे आपने बताया, एक नया कंपनी को चालू करना, नया चीज को मार्केट में देना। स्टार्टअप ऐसा है, आप कोई भी स्टार्टअप करना चाहते हैं, फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल यू शुड हैव योर ओन इनोवेशन. You have created your own innovation, and you feel that your innovation is a, do you know what is innovation? First we will think what is innovation. Innovation is nothing but you have an idea, you have invented, converted your idea into a product, and you want that your product has a capability to do the business. Innovation is taking your invention or your creativity idea into the product. Okay, you have invented something and you feel that you have invented it has a capability of doing a business, so you want to convert your invention into a business model. Okay, so while converting this business model, because you are a student or you are some person, you don't have that much financial support, so you look for the, because you people are all commerce people, more you know better than me, huh? So you look for the money, and venture capitalists, other supporters financially support those people. Okay, so this is the, then for if you see any example of this, any startups, so they feel that they want to launch their company in a big way with the support of the external fund supporters. Okay, so they look for support. So startup, this means this is the initial, जैसे नीलम ने बताया, it is a, we are launching new product into the market, but with the support of the some external financial supporter. Okay, so for that purpose, next come to the incubation. Incubation is that, this is a term we had taken from the biology. आप जब भी हॉस्पिटल में गया, कोई ऐसा बच्चा पैदा हो गया 9 महीने के पहले, उनको इंक्यूबेटर में लगते हैं. Okay, a startup is not the complete industry which has completely grown up. Okay, it is also, we are introducing that before it is maturity period. So जैसा पूरा बाकी इंडस्ट्री का स्टार्ट करना है, तो अपन क्या करते हैं, पूरा मार्केट सर्वे करते हैं, उसका प्रोडक्ट लॉन्च करते हैं, मार्केट टेस्ट करते हैं, देन बाद में उसको मार्केट में इंट्रोड्यूस करते हैं. तो स्टार्टअप कैसा है, इन्वेस्टर, दैट इज the entrepreneur feels that it is a good idea, I can take my product into the market, and he convinced the investor also convinced that yes, this idea has potential to do the good business. Okay, then he will invest that, and as investor and inventor both launch their product in the market and they grow their company. So in that initial stages, to search for the investor, to look for the technical support, okay, some other things, the incubation centers will help. So in that case, when the startup is an incubation center, okay, it will grow on completely. The incubation center will facilitate the startup to grow completely with the support of institutions, financial institutions and government. Okay, as I explained earlier, that innovation is nothing but taking your idea or product into the business model. Okay,
स्क्रीनशॉट लो तो मेरा मुंह इधर आएगा, फिर मैंने लिया था F1 और ये कंट्रोल कर लो.
so I will explain these terms with the example of recently I had seen a news 10 days or 15 days back. चाय का प्यार, ये 10-15 दिन पहले we has read this news. I heard this news in a channel. Kolkata, in Kolkata, a tea vendor sells his tea in a Tetra packs. It is an innovative idea. Okay, a new idea. He has इसको एक idea. This is a creativity. He has a creative person. Okay, creativity is nothing but the innovating new things. Something new and valuable should be innovative. It should be in physical or intangible form. जो भी form में हो, service में भी हो, service भी हो सकता है, product भी हो सकता है. So he has created that thing that he decided to sell his tea in a Tetra packs. So you see, and he also converted his idea into business model. He has converted his idea into business model. So first thing is that he used to fill the tea in a Tetra pack and in a polythene bag, which is similar to that of that ketchup, tomato ketchup pack is there with the cap, and he used to put that in a Tetra pack so that that tea will be available or served to the customer with hot tea should be served to the customer up to 1 hour. Okay, so because of that, his business is increased. So taking this example, this is a story. And now taking this example, I want to explain these things. If you want to make if you want to make up a startup, what is required? Your idea or a invention is required. Okay, the person, he wants to start up a company because he want to launch his tea throughout the India at various franchise centers, other things. So he's a poor person, he don't have the money to raise the money and his own invention. So if you want to start up, he has tie up with any incubation center near Kolkata, IIT में भी हो, बाकी कहाँ भी हो वहाँ आजू बाजू में, he has to tie up with those things with the incubation center. So incubation center will guide him and search for the capitalist for financial support, other financial institutions, government support, other things, they will help him. Okay, so this is a story. It is not happened. I am just for the explanation purpose. What are the various startup? What is incubation? And for this purpose, I am explaining you. Okay, so he can go through there and he can start his business. And if he can take that his invention into, already has innovated that thing. That means his business is running. He has an idea. He started his idea into a business model and is putting this business model in for startup. For startup के लिए high level fund लग चाहिए, इसलिए इन्हें वो so he has contacted incubation centers of any big institutions or any local center, local industry center, that they will support and he will get the financial support and he can start his own business at national level, international level. Okay, so this is a startup and we are so this is a startup definition. A startup in a firm is the first stage of operations founded by one or two entrepreneurs who want to develop a product or a service for which they believe there is a demand. Okay, this is the belief of the entrepreneur is must. Then these companies generally start with high cost and limited revenue, which is why they look for the capital from the varieties of sources. Okay. Next is the incubation. As I said earlier, incubation is a biological term. The sole purpose of startup incubator is to help entrepreneurs to grow their business. Incubator help entrepreneurs solve some of the problems company associated with the running a startup by providing workspace, seed funding, mentoring, and training. Innovation is nothing but the practical application of your idea into business model. Okay, if you have any business idea and you can convert that idea into business model is the innovation. So innovation is other ones we can say that it is a wealth creation. You have a knowledge from you are converting your knowledge into wealth. That is innovation. So in other words, we can say innovation is that creativity plus commercial. If you have an idea, if you commercialize your idea, that is a innovation. The tea vendor has an idea to send the tea in a tetra packs. He has commercialized that his idea and selling his tea. So that is an innovation. Then creativity is nothing but it may be एक आइडिया भी हो सकता है, साइंटिफिक थियरी भी हो सकता है, म्यूजिकल कंपोजिशन भी हो सकता है, जोक भी हो सकता है, कोई भी क्रिएटिव जो नया आपने सोच के किया है. फॉर एग्जांपल, इफ आई रिटन अ पोएम, न्यू पोएम, इट इज अ क्रिएटिविटी. इफ आई ड्रॉ अ न्यू पिक्चर, इट इज अ क्रिएटिविटी. आपको कुछ नया आइडिया आ गया, वो क्रिएटिविटी. आपने कोई पेंटिंग किया, वो क्रिएटिविटी. सो वॉट एवर थिंग न्यू यू हैव डिड, दैट इज अ क्रिएटिविटी. ओके, so as per Albert Einstein, creativity is seeing what everyone is seeing, but thinking that no one has thought. So creativity is seeing what everyone else has seen and thinking what no one else has thought. जो सब लोग देख रहा है वही देख रहा है, बट आपका दिमाग में एक नया आइडिया है, किसको नहीं है. दैट इज अ क्रिएटिविटी. The difference between creativity and innovation is that creativity में new ideas आते हैं, we get the new ideas, imaginations and possibilities. Okay, and in innovation we convert those new ideas, possibilities into the market. We convert that into the business model. Okay, so now next come to the our topic itself: design thinking, critical thinking, and innovation design. So what is critical thinking? So critical thinking, so first of all, if you see the critical term, it involves an effort to see things clearly and truly in order to judge them fairly. जब भी आप critical thinking करते हैं, so if we think critically in order to come to a conclusion, whatever the information we collected, whatever the situation in front of us, for example, you are facing a problem. So what we do, first we analyze the problem. What is the problem, how it has raised, what are the various consequences, other things. That means we are thinking critically. Okay, so we what are the information available with that particular problem, we collect that information and we analyze that information. Finally we come to the conclusion. So that is the critical thinking. Okay, critical thinking is analysis of available facts, evidences, observations and arguments to form a judgment. So कभी भी critical thinking कौन सा स्टेज में है, कोई भी सिचुएशन हो, सिचुएशन से आपने एनालाइज करके ये करके अपने को एक फाइनल कंक्लूजन पे आना है. ओके, दैट इज अ क्रिटिकल थिंकिंग. Where the importance of critical thinking is that, so critical thinking everywhere, wherever you are taking a decision, conclusion, that in that place critical thinking is required. If you are making a decision, you require a critical thinking. If you are solving the problem, you require a critical thinking. Okay, you want to do the research, so we have to take the decisions. Okay, there also we require critical thinking, and for critical thinking always we need a creativity. So if you are thinking critical, automatically your ability to ask the questions raises. So आप कोई भी एक प्रॉब्लम को बहुत डीप में गए, so if you are deeply into the problem, always you raise a questions, because your intuitiveness increases. So एक problem आ गया, why, you get the answer. That answer will raise two doubts or more than two doubts. Again, why. So it polishes your creativity. So you will become a creative person if you think critically. And curiosity, as I said earlier, that जैसे आप क्रिएटिविटी में डीप में चले जाते हैं, आपको बहुत क्वेश्चंस आते हैं, ये कैसा होगा, ये कैसा, why questions. Your curiosity also increases. Next is the innovation design. Actually, innovation design is we can say that innovation by design. Okay, if you see the meaning of design, everything that is made easier for people is design. Everything that is made easier for people is design. So as I said earlier, for take an example of, अगर आपने कोई घर में घर बनाना चाहते हैं, so first of all what we will do, we ask the engineer to give a plan. Okay, a plan is a design. So what it is facilitating the worker जो engineer है उसको how to construct the घर, how to construct is that particular building, that particular structure. So that is facilitating that person, and it is making easy to that person. Anything, if you are a mechanical, if you are any engineer, if you have any software also, if you want to develop a software, you require, first we ask what is the flow chart. Okay, flow chart is nothing but a design. So आपने क्या किया पूरा करके उसको ये ऐसा ऐसा करना. That is also making easier to. So designing that what you, it will made easier for the people to do the things. Okay, that is a design. So innovation design, as I said earlier, मैं आपको innovation बता, innovation जो भी आपका आइडिया है, आइडिया को आप प्रोडक्ट में लेके जाना, बिजनेस मॉडल में लेके जाना. ओके, कमर्शियलाइज करना. सो टू कमर्शियलाइज दैट थिंग, इफ यू मेक a design to do that thing, okay, so that is a innovation. So in earlier days, people say that creativity is not possible for everyone, because you have to think out of box. So thinking out of box is not the ball of that is, it is not the possible for everyone. But this innovation design and design thinking principles say that if you follow a certain design principles, if you follow a certain principle, design principles, everybody can innovate. Okay, so here they had defined the innovation design defined a certain procedure to make innovations, to become a creativity. So innovation by design is that some of the most innovations, products and services has been created simply by following the specific design process. And not only this, there are evidences, proofs that if you follow your innovation by a design, that is a systematic steps developed by some other organizations. So IDEO is a company, IDOEO is a company of Stanford University, and it is not company, it is a wing in the Stanford University. They have devised a design system for the innovation. Okay, and they have introduced in 2004 or 5. Many of the foreign companies followed this design system. Okay, and they had invented their introduced new systems, new things in their company, and they benefited from that. Okay, so after benefiting that, the world came to know that yes, we can get the benefits by innovation design. So innovation design is nothing but similar to the design thinking only. So here we are providing various steps for thing, and design thinking also, you design your thinking process. Later we will go for the elaborate definition of the design thinking. At present, you design your thinking process. Okay, so design thinking is an effective approach toward the innovation. जो भी आप innovation करना चाहते हैं, एक अच्छा आपको एक approach देगा. It will give an effective approach, and the most important thing of the design thinking is that human centric solutions. आप कोई भी business है nowadays, if you have any business, customer is the king. What the customers needs, you satisfy those needs, then your product will be successful product. And design thinking advocates that first know what customer is expecting from you and understand that with an empathy. So, okay, if an empathy means you go into this situation, understand the feelings of the customer and finalize his feelings, his requirement, then define the problem. Then you proceed for the design thinking process. So in previous days, design thinking was, that is in previous days, innovation was engineering driven, product centric, market focused. जो भी अगर पहले 10-15 साल पहले, if anybody wants to start his own industry, so he used to forecast, market forecast करते थे, market में क्या चाहिए, क्या ना चाहिए. Okay, so market में कौन सा product चल रहा, कौन सा product को demand है, used to that thing. और कोई नया product है, product को ही बारे में सोच, ये product है, product को ये features देना चाहिए, ये चाहिए. And technically engineering driven होना चाहिए. If you want to now, the new design thinking advocates that it should be design driven. Okay, systematic होना चाहिए. कस्टमर को जो भी है, जैसे मैंने बताया ना, डिजाइन मींस मेक इजी. कस्टमर को इजी होना चाहिए, जो भी आपको प्रोडक्ट यूज करने के लिए कस्टमर को इजी होना चाहिए. सो दैट इज डिजाइन ड्रिवन. एंड इट शुड बी कस्टमर सेंट्रिक. कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए, पहले प्रोडक्ट सेंट्रिक रहता था, नाउ इट शुड बी कस्टमर सेंट्रिक. इट शुड बी कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए वही देना चाहिए. अननेसेसरी एक्स्ट्रा देकर उसका कॉस्ट ज्यादा बढ़ाने का नहीं. व्हाट कस्टमर इज रिक्वायर्ड. देन मोस्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग इज दैट it is user experience focused. So the final way, while defining the problem itself, previously while defining our problem, we used to do the market survey. Market में क्या situation है, क्या है, accordingly we used to define our problem. Now it is user experience focus, means अभी users को क्या चाहिए. So we define as per the requirement of the users and we define our problem. So because of that, our problem is very nearer to the what customer is required. So when you are producing what customer is required, definitely your business will be successful. Okay. The main aim of the design thinking, goal of the design thinking is that to solve complex problems from a human perspective. Wherever design thinking comes, the human perspective is there. आदमी को customer को क्या चाहिए वही देना चाहिए. So now I will come most important part of this thing. Why design thinking is so popular in this recent past. Okay. जैसे मैंने बताया अभी 2005 से 15 तक US में there are many companies who introduced design thinking process in their companies. Okay. And Design Management Institute in 2016 released a report that in 2015 Design Management Institute had motivated studies released a design value index. Okay. वो design value index में if you see the difference, the design value index as compared, that is the industries which are using design thinking approach in their processes, and previously the industries which are dominating in the US market, stock market. So generally जैसे अपने इंडिया का स्टॉक मार्केट है ना, यूएस में स्टॉक, देयर आर मेनी स्टॉक मार्केट्स इन इंडिया, इन यूएस, सो नैस्डैक एंड मेनी थिंग्स. ओके. सो यूएस का स्टॉक मार्केट को ये 500 कंपनी डोमिनेट करते थे. ओके. दैट मींस दे आर वन बेस्ट top most 500 companies in US. Okay. So if they compare this thing, the companies, the S&P 500 companies and the companies who are using design thinking in their processes. So what are the companies they use design thinking? Are the Apple, Coca-Cola, Ford, IBM, Nike, Procter and Gamble, Whirlpool, Decker, like that. There are 15-60 companies. They had started the design thinking process in between 2005 to 2015. Then in 2015, the survey says that as compared to the SP 500 companies, okay, the companies which are using design thinking has gained 211% more profit than these companies. So this has become a great news in a single day in 2015. Now every company has started, yes, we have to go for the design thinking approaches in our organizations. So as I said earlier, design thinking is not a new process. We can't define design thinking accurately. Okay. But most important thing is design thinking is always concerned with the human-centric approaches. Okay. So if you define the problem human-centrically, definitely your invention and your product will be successful. And if you see in India, as many 95% of our new product, जो हर साल जो नया कंपनी चालू करते हैं, so the 95% of those companies will not success. Okay. So the thing is that they identify the problem not as per the human-centric approaches. If you identify the problem with the help of design thinking and what customers require, definitely if you are giving the what customer is required, definitely customer will purchase and you will get the benefits. A survey done by the LinkedIn in USA. So what are the most demanding technical skills at present day? Are the web development is at number 1. This is at 2021 details. Number 1 position पर जो job opportunity ज़्यादा है web development है. Second वाला है search engine optimization. जैसा अपन गूगल देखते हैं, बाकी जो भी सर्च इंजन देखते हैं, जैसा आपने जो भी कंटेंट डालेगा, सबसे पहले अपना अगर आना, they will pay that thing for we can pay and you can bring our company at the first page. That is search engine optimization. Then third position पर डिजाइन थिंकिंग है था 2021 में. ओके. अगर आप सैलरी वाइज भी देखें तो डिजाइन थिंकिंग का टॉप अर्नर 1,60,000 per year डॉलर्स अर्न करते थे. So because of that, it has become after this report in 2015-16 it has become more popular. Even in 2016 itself, Infosys announced that we will follow the design thinking approaches in our organization. Nowadays, now come to our the institution innovation. How the institution innovation? What is the objective of institution innovation council, and what we are doing under as per the institution innovation council? Why are motivating the students to become a job givers, not the job seekers? So, if you see the statistics, you will understand. As per the British Council in 2016, they expected that in 2020 the average age of the population, Indian population, is 29. If you see the other countries average age, USA 40, Europe 46, Japan 47. So as on today we have very young population. In addition to that, by 2030 we will have approximately 1.140 million people in college age group. Okay, that means we will have next in of 10 to 15 years, India is the workforce provider for all the world. So the government thinks that not only workforce, intellectual workforce, if you provide the intellectual workforce for all the world, definitely our India will become number one. To make our people intellectual or entrepreneurs, the Institution Innovation Council taking lead in each and every organization to make youngsters to entrepreneurs. सो दिस मैंने ये बताया ना आपको, जैसे वी हैव इंडियंस हैज वेरी गुड इन नॉलेज collection and acquisition, okay, but we don't know our rights, how to protect our rights, we don't know. So in the period 2009 to 2016, close to 79% of US patents awarded to inventors in India went to individuals working in R&D organizations. Okay, अमेरिका में जो भी इंडिया का पैटेंट्स गया उसमें 79% R&D ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस को गया है. तो जो R&D ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस है अपना एक इसरो, DRDO, बाकी एक दो IIT छोड़ के मोस्ट ऑफ द R&D सेंटर्स आर ऑफ multinational companies. Most of the R&D companies are multinational companies. That means our Indian people are working in multinational companies. They are creating new ideas. So, but the patent is in the name of the multinational companies. So, because we are very good in acquisition of the knowledge, when you have very good in acquisition, definitely you have very good in creativity also. But our creativity is used by the MNCs and they are gaining their own patents and benefit of our intellectual knowledge. So because the government of India provide say that अगर 10 साल पहले patent बोले तो बहुत बड़ा काम है, मेरे से होता नहीं. अभी everybody is aware, even undergraduate students are aware of what is patent, and if you have a new idea, you can go for the patent, and IIC Institution Innovation Cell Council will help you. Okay, our government is also providing financial support to the students to file their idea as a patents. The share of foreign MNCs in total patent granted to Indian IT is 83%. अगर आप देखें तो इंडियन जितना भी पैटेंट्स हो गया 2008 से 2015 तक, उसमें जो MNCs कंपनीज का है उनका शेयर 83% है. दिस ग्राफ शेयर शोस. अब देख, शेयर ऑफ फॉरेन MNCs इन टोटल पैटेंट्स ग्रांटेड टू इंडियन IT इंडस्ट्री जितना भी पैटेंट्स किया उसमें मैक्सिमम दैट इज मोर देन 83% आर MNCs. दैट मींस because of that only most of the MNCs are interested to start up their research centers in India, because India has a very creative mind. So if you see that the government of India realized this, okay, and they started encouraging the individuals to file their patents, and 2050 it was at 81 position, and this year 22 last year it was climbed up to 40 positions, and ये 7 साल में 41 positions का rise हुआ इंडियन innovation count, that is global innovation index में, which is given by WIPO, World Intellectual Property Rights Organization. उसने जो हर साल निकालता है 22 में अपना रैंक 40 हो गया. So government experts, it will go again high and we will reach at number 1 position in coming to 4-5 years. So we will start a story of photograph, instant photograph. कैसा innovation के लिए intuition कैसे आते रहता, वो बोलने के लिए I will have just a story of the instant photograph, that is Edwin Land. Edwin Land went to a park with his child. Okay, a child, and he's taken a lot of photos. his child asked him that, Papa, show me photo. Then he says that, but it is not possible. There is a lot of procedure. There is a rail in it. I have to develop it. I have to print it. It will take 2-3 days, and later I will show you. And the child says that, Papa, Edwin Land is already established scientist. Papa, you are a great scientist. You can't do this thing. आप instantly photo होना चाहिए था. She says like that. So this has risen a seed for the creativity of instant photograph. Okay. So he has instant land invented the instant photography, and this there are for invention there were the motive may be many things, but I have given one motive example of one motive. So in another in seeing that non-violent movement by Mahatma Gandhi. This is also a great idea, a creative idea. Okay. And he is, while working in South Africa, he faced a lot of problems by those people. And at that time we are helpless, we don't have anything. So he has given what our religious thought that you can protest by ahimsa also, satyagraha. He did their satyagraha, he was successful. And with this principle, he came here and he started non-violent movement in India. And with this non-violent movement, and India got independence. Okay, it is a new idea. So this is an innovative idea. So with this innovative idea, without any blood, without any war, without any loss of the people, okay. So India got the independence. Okay. So I request all the participants take pen and pencil. We will give a small exercise for 1 minute. 1 मिनट के लिए एक एक्सरसाइज कर लेते हैं. मैं सब पार्टिसिपेंट से रिक्वेस्ट है, पेन और पेंसिल लीजिए और पेन और नोटबुक ले लीजिए. जस्ट 1 मिनट में 1 मिनट में ड्रॉ द लाइन आर्ट ऑफ महात्मा गांधी. 1 मिनट टाइम देता हूं आपको. ड्रॉ द लाइन आर्ट ऑफ महात्मा गांधी. Okay. Okay, please observe your drawing. आप में से कितने लोग सिमिलर ये फिगर ड्रा करने के लिए ट्राई किया है, सेम फिगर ड्रा करने के लिए ट्राई किया है? प्लीज रेज योर हैंड्स. वेरी गुड. Okay, now come to our. So I had asked you draw the line art of the Mahatma Gandhi. So generally human tendency is that whatever we have, and अपने एक assumptions एक presumptions रहते हैं, ठीक है. So we have recently seen Mahatma Gandhi line art diagram there. So when I asked that draw the line art of Mahatma Gandhi, you presume that you try to draw that figure only. There are many ways to draw line art of Mahatma Gandhi. There are not only these things, there are many ways to draw line art of Mahatma Gandhi. You can draw anything. There are many easier ways also. But recently you have that picture, you have that perception that yes, I can draw this thing. So the creativity is that this kind of perfection kills your creativity. Okay, first क्या है, जो भी आपका assumptions है ये है, please you eliminate your those things and start freshly. So this is the workshop. This is a small exercise. Now come to our main topic, design thinking. Design thinking is simply that understand your users. First thing is that understand your users. It is a very difficult task. बोलने के लिए easy है, understand your users. users को कैसे understand करना, there is a procedure. You understand user with empathy. Please understand his feelings and merge with him, understand him. Then challenge assumption. जैसे मैं आपको बताया ना, अभी जो फिगर ड्रा करने के लिए बोला आपने, you have an assumption that एक सर ने यही फिगर ड्रा करने के लिए बोला, वैसा challenges assumptions को challenge करो. Then redefine the problem. Now after assumptions all this, I have to draw the line diagram. Okay, any diagram. So you redefine the problem. Then create innovative solutions which you can prototype and test. आप एक नया solution innovative प्रोडक्ट करो, उसको आप एक मॉडल भी बना सके और उसको टेस्ट भी करें. So this is the design thinking, and the main center of attention for the design thinking should be आपका जो भी है, इट शुड बी डिजायरेबल फॉर यूजर. आपका जो भी प्रोडक्ट है, आइडिया है, सर्विस है, आपको कस्टमर को जो चाहिए वही होना चाहिए, उसके सिवा कुछ भी नहीं होना. सो डिजायरेबल फॉर यूजर. Yes, you are identified, it is desirable for user. After identified, it should be technically feasible. मैं अगर if it is a product, मैं technically इसको बना सकता है क्या? If it is a service or a software, मैं इसको develop कर सकता है क्या? This is second. Technologically, it should be feasible. And most important thing is that viable for business. मैं इससे a business model बना सकता है क्या? It is viable. मैं बनाया तो is it profitable? सबको बिजनेस मॉडल, कभी कभी बिजनेस मॉडल बना सकते हैं, मगर लॉट ऑफ कॉस्ट लगेगा. वेदर इट इज प्रॉफिटेबल, वायबल बिजनेस मॉडल. दीस आर थ्री इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग्स ऑफ द थिंग्स. सो taking these three things only, they have started defining the design thinking. So Mr. Tim Brown, who is the executive chair of IDEOs, who are actually brought this term design thinking into the world, who has propagated this word throughout the world. Design thinking is a human-centered approach to innovation that draws from designer's toolkit to integrate the needs of people, the possibilities of technology, and the requirement of the business. जैसे मैंने पहले तीन बताया ना, वही same thing. Desirable needs of the people, possibilities of technology, and requirements of the business. And another most, it is a human-centric approach. So like that, design thinking is a human-centered approach to innovation that draws from the designer's toolkit to integrate the needs of the people, possibilities of the technology, and the requirements for the business success. So this is a formal one of the definitions of the things. And once again, I am reiterating that there is no proper definition for the design thinking, and it is not new thing. Okay, as I said, why I am saying it is not new thing. If you take any house of our mothers, okay, if you say mother is in charge of the house, what she prepares, she always doing anything in the house, he thinks about the user. For example, घर में अपन सब कुछ है, अभी we are the users. घर में जो खाना बनाती है माँ, so we are the users. So always what she prepares, we always love it and we love to eat and we love to compliment his preparations, because that she knows what really you want, what the user wants, because she has identified the problem with an empathy. है ना, आपको क्या चाहिए, आप में जाके आपको डिस्कस, आपका फीलिंग्स अंडरस्टैंड करके बनाती है. So that is the design thinking process. Okay, so this is a girls college, so most students are girls college students are more creative and design thinkers. Okay, so you can become a very great design thinkers, because it is inbuilt capacity of women to think human-centrically. So design thinking process are generally brought to the mainstream by two organizations. One is IDEO, another is D School. Both are from the Stanford University. Okay, so these two are bring this design thinking concepts into the mainstream. So design thinking, what we will do in design thinking? First thing is you should understand the customer requirements and creating user persona. The customer requirements, there are many customer requirements. So you just merge with the customers and understand for what customer needs for 2-3 months. अगर आपको design thinking process आपको company में involve करने को, customer को क्या चाहिए? You merge with the customers and mingle with the customers and move with the customers, understand what they require, and after collecting huge data, what customer is required, make a 2-3 pages persona of the customer. Okay, create a persona of the customer. Customer को ये चाहिए, a small 1 or 2 pages customers persona, and based on this persona, developing, because this persona is developed by the empathy, because we are meshed with the customer, we are interacted with the customers, we are interviewed with the customers. So it is a, we have collected this information with an empathy by merging, by showing empathy to the customer. So after that, make an idea क्या करना चाहिए, एक आइडिया जनरेट करो, आइडिया से प्रोडक्ट डेवलप करो, प्रोडक्ट से टेस्टिंग करके उसको मार्केट में लॉन्च करो. दिस इज आइडिया थिंकिंग, डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोसेस. बेसिकली ऐसे अर्लियर, डिजाइन थिंकिंग प्रोसेस में सबसे पहले क्या है, कस्टमर को क्या चाहिए, पीपल डिजायरेबिलिटी, एंड टेक्निकली फिजिबल है क्या, एंड बिजनेस वैलिडिटी है, वायबिलिटी है क्या. ओके, इफ यू सी दीज थिंग्स, द सेंटर पॉइंट, द star point, that star is the sweet spot, a good innovation. It will satisfy the desirability of the people, viability of the business, and feasibility of technology. So this thing is that, but the design thing is associated with the only people desirability. Okay, if you know people desirability very well, if you know people desirability very well, your product is very successful, and your business will progress. Okay, so first of all, you know the what people desire. So there are various steps to identify what people desire. We'll go to those steps later. So these are steps. First, to find out the various design thinking, various steps are: empathize. To create meaningful innovations, you need to know your users and care about their lives. So आपको empathize करना आवश्यक है. First of all, if you want to launch a meaningful innovation, you should understand your user. After understanding user, define the problem as per the user's requirement, and after defining the problem, and your solution be human-centric solution on as idea develop karo, which should be human-centric, which will give human-centric solution to your problem. After that, design a prototype. A prototype करके, that is a model, build a thing or test anything, simple model बनाओ, and you test, but take that model to the again your customers and test and reiterate. This is a iterative process. कहाँ से भी आपको doubt है, again you go to empathize phase, again you go to define phase, again you go to ideate phase. This is most elaborative slide. Learn about the audience for whom you are designing. That is important. Okay, then create a point of view that based on your user needs, and define the problem. After doing a brainstorm, all of know what is brainstorming as your common students. Okay, brainstorm things and ideate, then make a prototype and test. So these are various design thinking principles for innovation and organization. There are design thinking principles. It helps the interaction, the cultivate greater inclusiveness, faster creativity, deeper empathy, align participants, and around your goals and results. जो ये principles, जो भी design thinking approach industries में किया, they have followed these principles. So we are not elaborating these things. Okay, I will just give one simple idea. Action oriented, जो भी है, it is आप करके सीखो. It getting your hands dirty and experience. First experience. कुछ काम करो. मैं बैठ के just I will sit and I will think, and that's just you merge into the problem and you involve in the problem and you come into the action, then implement. And comfortable with the change. So this is most important. Always human beings always oppose the change. Okay, whatever change, you comfortable with the change and accept the change and work for the development of the organization. Okay, so design thinking is a disruptive and provocative nature. Okay, so always जो भी है design thinking क्या, it will always close the new old things and new disruptive procedures introduce. It will introduce new disruptive procedures. Human centered, we are thinking from starting a design centering is a human centric approach, and it integrates foresight. Okay, to cope with the inadequate information in the process of discovering and creating a concrete outcome. So it will जो भी है आपका comfortable with the unknown aspects. So आपका जो भी foresight करके unknown expert को साथ में भी how to cope with those things, that this design thinking will help you. It is a dynamic constructive process. Nowadays the world is very dynamic, because what today, tomorrow it will become absolute. आज जो नया प्रोडक्ट है कल तक डाउन हो, ये डिमांड चले जाएगा, नया प्रोडक्ट आएगा. ओके, जो भी डायनामिक प्रोसीजर, अकॉर्डिंगली शुड ऑलवेज अवेयर ऑफ द व्हाट द मार्केट इज गोइंग ऑन, व्हाट द कस्टमर trends are going on, and always constructive and be dynamic. Promotes empathy. The most important design thinking thing is that it promotes empathy. So users as the core meaning. Users are the main thing. So you understand, if you understand those people very clearly, your product is successful. And this also, when you are understanding, you are defining problem with empathy, your product, there is a failure risk is very less. It reduces the risk. And also it creates the meaning. So if you are, because you are expressing the information required as per the silos, जो भी है वो हिसाब से you are information create कर रहा है and express कर रहा है, automatically it is giving very great product to the customer. So whatever he wants, you are giving, so it can create a meaning. Bring the enterprise creativity to the next level, because you are always thinking about human century and creativity, other things. You are, when you are doing continuously, so it give inspiration to your workers. So your institution become a creative institution. Design thinking is a new competitive logic and business strategy. As I said, it is true. It is a new competitive logic and business strategy. So now we'll come to the, we have listened the word empathy many times. If you understand the empathy and sympathy difference between, so definitely you can understand what is empathy. The great example to understand empathy and sympathy is Tata Nano failure story. So empathy is the capacity to understand or feel what another person is experiencing from within their framework of reference. This is most important. Within their framework of reference. So in sympathy, we feel this, we understand what other person is experiencing and we show our sympathy. But if you understand with reference to within their his references, so it will be more better. Sympathy is the perception of the understanding of in relation to the distress or need of other life form. So this is the difference. जो भी empathy है, it understand the feelings of that person with reference to his feelings. He merge with that person, understand things. So now this Tata Nano story will clearly say what is the difference between sympathy and empathy. If you see the Tata Nano is very sympathetic project launched by the Tata. We all aware that Tata is a very great patriot and a great human being, and he always in front for helping the people of India. Okay. So while he is traveling, he saw a picture like this: a big family traveling in a motorbike or a scooter in a hot summer. Feel that Indian families are traveling, suffering a lot in summers and other things, and they are moving bike. The bike cost is 50,000. So if I provide a car in a 1 lakh, so it will be better for them. They can afford 1 lakh and they will travel happily and safely in summer, winter, and with other things. Okay, this is a thought he thought. So the thought generation process is sympathy, not by empathy. उनको साथ में उनको एक दया आ गया, and उसने because of sympathy he has generated thought process and he decided. And at that time he was not the chairman of the Tata Group. The Mr. Mistry was the chairman of the Tata Group. Okay, he put that thing same concept in the board of directors meeting, and the board of directors Mistry opposed that thing. Sir, it is not possible to develop a car in 1 lakh, and if you develop this car, it is very difficult to market, because he has already committed to help the people. Okay, no, I want to make this thing. So technically and patent wise, Tato Nano is the most valuable technical design. उसको we have 31 design patents and 37 technology patents. Okay, उतना research किया Tata, because it is very difficult to produce a car in 1 lakh. At that time, Tata Group has did lot of research and 31 design patents, 30 technology file. At last, they brought the car into the market. But the thing is that while doing designing things,
all
always
over
they
India
said
से
that
लोग connected
we
in
are
अलग
launching a
अलग
car
states से.
of 1 lakh rupees, 1 lakh rupees. Then when you say 1 lakh rupees, it has become, the foreign media has taken that Tata is launching cheapest car. Tata is launching cheapest car. So now 1 lakh car has become a cheap car. When if you see commerce, people can understand. Commerce marketing में आ cheapest car, cheapest car, cheapest car हो गया. So when it launched, so people are not responded as Tata expected. The reason is that he has now only considered the is pain in him. But if you are saying empathy with reference to the customer ko chahe the person who is spending 50 lakhs rupees. So if you see the human needs cycle, first is roti, kapda और मकान. उसके बाद next is the esteem. Next higher level is esteem. जो जिसको पास कपड़ा, if he has all these things, roti, kapda और मकान, then he expect next thing the esteem. मेरे कुछ esteem होना चाहिए. So if you are spending 1 lakh rupees, okay, so say that he owns a car owner. At that time it was an स्टेटस सिंबल है, जिसका घर में कार रहता था 2017 16 17 में, इज अ स्टेटस सिंबल. ओके, कार रहता था. बट if you are spending 1 lakh rupees after doing a lot of exercise, because for a lower middle class person to spend 1 lakh rupees is a big target, and he has a brand of owning the cheapest car, it is don't like that thing. Okay, he don't like that thing. So the Tata Nano was failed. Instead of purchasing a Tata Nano new car by paying 1 lakh, he prefer to purchase second-hand car of very other brands. Okay, so because of that, the Tata Nano has failed. Here I want to emphasize is that while designing, while defining your problem, sympathy always fails. You have to define the problem with empathy. That empathy means you with reference to the customer. Customer ko kya chahiye? Here Tata Nana has decided, we are not, this is the analysis I am saying. Tata Nana decided the problem, that is fixed this problem by sympathy. Just people are suffering a lot. I had to give, I had, being an Indian, I had to support these people. But people are responded reversely. They're not supported because they need extremeness. So cheapest car they don't have. So another, that is one thing. Another thing is that marketing में क्या है, जो पुकड़ में उनको 1 लाख का कार बोलते थे, marketing team thought that it's we are getting free advertisement, but it has targeted the audience, that customers, they don't want to purchase the cheapest car. See, that is a failure story of the Tata Nano. So similarly after that they launched the in truck business में एक छोटा ट्रक लॉन्च किए, छोटा हाथी. So it is successful. Okay, from this they learned that thing and they launched the Chota Hathi truck. It is a successful. And now this is a customer centric. जो भी है ना, design thinking कभी भी customer centric होना चाहिए. Problem definition, it should be empathetically we have defined the problem. So few of the, so I'll give some examples of the products designed by the design thinking process. This is most important thing is a pill pack. Okay, a pill pack is a prescription based home delivery medical system. Okay, so if you see this strips kya hai, you have to submit your prescription to the service provider. Okay, and the service provider pack your prescription as per your prescription in a pouches. For example, at 8 a.m. you have to take 3 tablets. At 12 a.m. you have to take 10 tablets and injection or anything like that. So he will pack those things in a pouch. So this is a bundle of pouches. You see here, it is a bundle of pouches. Okay. So here you can clearly 8 a.m. 8 a.m. Wednesday. So like that. So if I want to, because it is very difficult for the persons, particularly old age persons, to remember and read those tablets and take. This pack help the people that just take that pouch at 8 a.m., whatever the time it mentioned on the pouch, and take those tablets. So this is a new invention. What this invention? So जो आपको मैंने पहले जो 5 स्टेप बताया, तो 5 स्टेप्स पूरा इसमें इन्वॉल्व है. पहले they define the problem empathy. So problem define करने के पहले they had gone to the people. So आपको medical description कर रहे हैं. What are the various problems you face? So they say that we face that it is very difficult. Some old age people say that it is very difficult for us to take the problem regularly. We sometimes forgot to take some tablets and other things. Okay, so with that concept, so they devised this thing, a creative idea, to give the prescription wise tablets in the pouch to the customer. So it was very successful online. You can nowadays in US it is a successful business model. Next is this, a bottom, a simple example of tool, a small tool. एक ही tool में we have light, we will have the plier, okay, we will have the bottle opener, like this. So we can use it in a pen, as a pen also. So simple, and the new tool kind as a button incorporated features like bottle opener, pen, plier, flashlight into a slim, handy and portable design. So आपका जेब में pen रहेगा. In that pen you will have light, flashlight, you will have a plier, you will have a pen, you will have a bottle opener. Okay. So in single that things we have given many applications to that thing. This is also design thinking approach. This is most important thing. Nowadays you will find people are moving on, while moving on the bikes, walking on the roads, they see their mobiles. Okay, they listen music, they see videos. Okay, like that. The Levi's trucker jacket is that. So it provides navigation facility, the music, it provides music, you can listen music, you can communicate with this jacket. Okay, you can get navigation. So easy. So if you by wearing this jacket, you can enjoy the facility, you can enjoy the music, you can enjoy the navigation facility, you can enjoy this thing. This button will help you to navigate other things. This is another important design by the design thinking, that is the green building council has developed. That is, if any many apartments, other things. So if you install this thing, this system will show you what is your energy consumption, what is your pollution rate, okay, everything. A building how to make it will help us to make our building as a green building. It will always guide us by saying the figures. Yes, you are exceeding this thing, डिस्पोजल बराबर नहीं है आपका, आपका एनर्जी कंजम्पशन ज्यादा है, आपका फ्यूल कंजम्पशन, जो भी गैस रहे तो गैस कंजम्पशन ज्यादा है. So like that it will tell, and it will help us to live sustainably. So this is just how to create new things. There are many things. Scamper is one of the best brainstorming things. So I have given to explain you because I can't take a workshop too, so that this help you to hello. So this help you to understand how to start the creative thinking. So there are many. Scamper is an acronym of substitute, combine, adapt, modify, purpose, eliminate, and rearrange. So this is that if you want to start any creativity, जो सर्विस है, जो प्रोडक्ट है, जो पार्ट है, उसको सब्स्टिट्यूट भी कर सकते हैं. इसके जगह मैं क्या सब्स्टिट्यूट कर सकता हूँ, और इसके साथ मैं कंबाइन कर सकता हूँ. वेदर वी अडेप्ट ए न्यू अप्रोच, न्यू मेथोडोलॉजी, whether we have modify the existing things and go for the new things. So what if I say that this purpose, may I add another purpose to this thing? Okay, may I eliminate, minimize the existing things so that I can get the new product? Okay, may I rearrange and refresh so I can get the new service or new product? So we will discuss one by one with an example. This is the one thing is substitute. Substitute का क्या है? First thing is that take this thing, what could be replaced by what and how? This is 3 questions we will ask. If you see previously cell phones में पहले क्या रहते थे, बहुत कीज रहते थे. There are a lot of small keys on the cell phones. Nowadays it has become a touch screen. So we are substituted that keypad into the touch pad, which is comfortable for the user, which the demand came from the user. Because we are using keyboards, lot of mistakes were used to take place. Now with the touch pad, so touch screens, it is better to operate. So this is an example of a book. A book में one person has thought that I can substitute paper by a cloth. So book में cloth का book भी हो सकता है, ऐसा एक idea आ गया. So she started empathize. That is, first thing is empathy. Empathize. How can I do these things? Empathize. Whether I will get the market and other things. Okay. And she defined the problem that yes, I can make a book by substituting paper by a cloth. So it is a cost. Purchasing a cloth is very costly. Okay. And she identified in a better way what are the branded companies are. The branded cloth producers, they don't bring their waste product into the market. For example, any Nike or all cloth branding companies. So they destroy their waste, that is scrap products, because if they launch their scrap product into the market, the brand name will fail you. So because of that, whatever their scrap, okay, they destroy. She approached those companies. I want to use only cloth of these defective pieces. I can't use you this as a shirt or as a pint or like that. I want to make this cloth for the purpose of printing books. So they accepted. So she get the cloth at a cheaper cost, and she started preparing books for the nursery and those books first initially. Okay. And she interacted after she prepared the prototype and interacted to the gone to the school and interacted with the parents were very happy, because you always know that children will tear off the paper, and parents used to purchase nursery, kg1 kg2, they have to purchase books 3 times or more times in a year. Now, because it is a made of a cloth, okay, and there is no need to purchase again and again, and it is a long lasting, and it is environmental friendly, okay, and it is getting at the same cost of that because she's getting the cloth from the scrap. So like that, this is a new idea. So like that, ideas can be developed. Second is combine. Okay. So combine का जो है ना, जो what the figure you are seeing, it is a combination of motorbike as well as tractor. Okay. So Mr. Mansukh Bhai, he thought that yes, it is very difficult to afford tractor. Okay, he has a bike. Okay. So he designed a combining tractor and bike so that he can get the what the work done by the tractor. Okay. So yes, applied for the patents. He got the patents in United States and India also. Okay. Next is adapt. जो भी है, you have to adapt as per the demand of the customer. Okay, as per the trend, technology के हिसाब से you have to adapt. So now take the banks transactions. Previously, bank transactions, we had to go to the bank and collect the money from the counter. Okay, and we had to do all the transactions in cash only. If a bank says that no, I can't change to this new digital platform, I will not adapt this technology. I will only give money in physical transactions only. You come to my bank and collect the cash. So nobody will go to that bank, because if you want to do business, you have to adapt that situation. Now you have to go the digital. जो भी है UPI payments को आपको accept होना, online payments को permission देना पड़ता है आपको. So like that. So you have to adapt the situation. So accordingly, you can invent the new procedures. So modify and magnify. Okay, a modify product. To modify product, I must change. Okay. So product है उसको मैं कैसा modify कर सकता हूँ? What is the requirement? What are the drawbacks in present situation? When we will modify, is there any drawback? Is there any customer is not satisfied with your product? So why customer is not satisfied with my product? How can I modify it to give better services to my customer? If you think like that, you can do automatically. You can modify your product. So this is a just modification of product. As ketchup bottle. So previously, you are all aware of that. If you purchase a ketchup bottle of like this, so to use the last drop of the ketchup, we have to do a lot of efforts. Okay, the company realized that because people will purchase those components which facilitate easy consumption to them. So इसके वजह से अगर मार्केट में ऐसा बॉटल है, definitely they don't go for this type of bottle. They go for this thing. So if you this new modification bottle, if you put down just cap downwards, automatically you can use up to last drop of the ketchup. This is a modification. So like that we have to think as per the customer needs. So जो भी आपने आपको example बताया, customer is the first. All modifications are human centric. Customer centric रह के बनाया हुआ modifications है. Next is the purpose. For example, I have designed something with some purpose. Okay, so I have to may I add this to some other purpose. Okay, the example is iodine deficiency in rural Indian women. सो ये आयोडीन डिफिशियंसी रूरल इंडिया में बहुत रहता था. पहले लोग नमक खाते थे, लोग नमक में आयोडीन आयोडाइज नमक खाया, फिर भी डिफिशियंसी कम नहीं है. बाद में जो भी अपना वर्कर्स हेल्थ वर्कर जाते थे गांव में, आपको इंजेक्शन लेना पड़ता. गांव में इंजेक्शन इजीली कोई नहीं लेते थे. इट हैज बिकम वेरी डिफिकल्ट फॉर टू कन्विंस द पीपल. Okay, now they approach their design thinking company and they have given a very novel idea that every Indian woman wears a bindi. Okay, so that if you they give some, they add something to the sticker of the bindi, and if they use that bindi at their foreheads, automatically the iodine induced into the body. Very small quantity of iodine per day is required for that thing. So very small quantity of iodine induced in their body, and their iodine deficiency problem is solved. So this is the new purpose. Then eliminate or minimize. Sir, anybody wants? So, may I continue or anybody wants something?
Sir, please continue. Sir, you are on mute mode.
अभी अभी हो गया ना मैडम, इसका पहले नहीं है ना?
Yes, sir.
Okay, thank you. So next is the eliminate or minimize. So if you want to innovate by eliminate or minimize thing also. So what customer is needed? That TV remotes पहले. So पहले जो if you have see the TV remote, there are lot many n number of buttons was there, and it is very difficult to understand the functioning of those buttons. And for normal things, it was difficult to operate those remote. Nowadays the fire sticks came. Okay, you can easily operate those things, and you can see the user friendly screen on the TV. You can easily operate. So this is a very good innovation. Rearrange. So if you see rearrange, आप पहले होटल में जाते, if you have 5 years or 10 years back, if you had went to the hotels, okay, so first we used to eat, then we used to pay. So now most of the hotels, they rearrange their business process. Then you have to pay, then eat. Okay. Similarly, if you see big bazaars, any big bazaar, previously we are rearrange and reverse. Here this is a reverse. Pay first, we are reverse the things. And big bazaars, we are rearranging the business process. First, the businessman used to give the things to us and we used to pay. Now what they rearrange, you take what you want and come to us and pay the bill. So this is this is innovation in business process. Rearrange, reverse. And nowadays some hotels are also thinking of using, please clean your table before leaving. Okay, because the hotels are providing services and they're providing cheap rates to the other companies, so other things, so that people are ready to do those things. And if you see the Ginger group of hotels, they are eliminated the complete workers from the waiters rehte the. So that if you see in India, in all big cities, there is a Tata Group's Ginger group of hotels. A Ginger group of hotels similar to the 5-star hotels, you will enjoy all the facilities of 5-star hotels except waiters. If you enter, you have to, if you want to book a room and you live in that thing, you have to go to the registration counter, reception. There you take the key, carry your luggage to room. There we will have a carriages and other things. Okay, you go whatever you want. You go to gym, you go to hotel, you can enjoy, but आपको room service will not be provided. So there they are charging very less as compared to star hotels. So this is the rearrange and reverse type. So we will skip this. Actually, wheel is the most valuable invention till today. After invention of wheel only, the human life has got the dynamism, velocity, speed aa gaya. So actually wheel was initially invented to transport the hot very heavy materials. Then potter's wheel. Okay, so आपको potter's wheel में in this explain I had it potter's wheel में also as per the need of the customer how the wheel the potters are developed their own products. पहले मटके जस्ट पानी स्टोर करने के लिए ये करते थे. देन बाद में कवेलू का घर रहते थे, कवेलू बनाते थे. बाद में सब्जी बनाने के लिए भी जो भी यूटेंसिल्स है वो बनाना चालू किया बिकॉज डिपेंडिंग अपॉन यूजर्स नीड. So to survive with that, they had modified users' need as per users' needs. They developed the things. Okay. Similarly, when it comes to wheel, wheel पहले quarters wheel रहते थे, बाद में industrial wheel हो गया, transportation के wheel हो गया. There are many things. Okay. So this is an exercise we are not unable to hear on the online. So these are some of the design thinking approaches we can say that develop ideas. This is an incubator. पहले जो इंक्यूबेटर पहले आपको मैं दिखाया वैसा इंक्यूबेटर हॉस्पिटल में बड़े बड़े इंक्यूबेटर रखते थे. इंक्यूबेटर रखने के लिए आपको 10,000 पर डे लगता था, ज्यादा कॉस्ट रखते थे. नाउ दिस इज अ वेरी स्मॉल इंक्यूबेटर. जस्ट by pouring a hot water, warm water in incubator, you can keep your baby warm. Okay. Ola. This is a Indian startup. Okay. So actually they introduced the rating system. Because the thing is that when the idea came to those people like that, while they're traveling in Mumbai, the driver spoke in very roughly that people that he thought that if you provide a taxi with well-mannered driver, we will get better services. He will get the better business. So he has introduced in Ola rating system. How you can rate your driver? It is good rating driver, then only people will prefer. Swiggy, all of you know, so there is no need to explain what are their services, how they are doing. This is most important thing. This actually invented in 2001 when Gujarat earthquake was there. At that time, a certain place of Gujarat, there are 3-4 months there was no electricity, and what are the farmers produced, what the things were spoiling. So Mr. Mansukh Bhai, by profession, is a potter. He developed a freeze, mitti cool, a freeze without current, with the principle of how the pot works. अगर अपन ने समर में pot में पानी रखे तो क्या है वो ठंडा रहता है. With that principle only he prepared this thing. So it is working. It is a only freeze in the world which works without electricity. Vikram solid waste management. As is a girl from just a small woman family. Sorry, what's a housewife. Okay. So she is now consultant of 125 municipal corporations in waste management. Okay. The thing is that if you have a human-centric approach, definitely you will be successful and persistent. Everything is important is that you have to identify as per the needs of the human beings. So there are the various some of the ideas of that thing. If you want, for example, if you want to cut a vegetables in a single stroke, there are 4-5 scissors are there. If somebody, for example, everybody has most of the people have the habit of taking biscuit with the tea. So to offer biscuit and tea, you have to serve the biscuit in a separate plate. So this cup design gives that at bottom it has given a platform for the keeping the biscuits. So this is a very human-centric design. Similarly, this pillow, most of the people have the habit to keep keeping their pillow on the hand, so that will give some strain to the hand. So this design will not give any strain to the hand. So some wheel to motorbike wheel. So these are some of the design thinking products. So various methods where there is no need to already we discuss these things. So I will conclude with this slide. Okay. So all my student friends, my appeal is that whatever you in which whatever may be the stream, so what the profession you choose, my appeal, that is my favorite quote is this: have a great aim. जो भी aim है थोड़ा बड़ा aim रखो. Have a great aim. Everybody will put a great aim. कोई भी great aim रखना, it is not a very difficult task. You can put great aim and work hard. Working hard also you can work. The most important thing is that acquiring the knowledge. जो aim है वो aim, to achieve that aim, what is required? Acquiring the knowledge is a very difficult task. So you have to work hard to first acquire the knowledge and then work to achieve your aim. Sometimes you may fail, but perseverance is most important. Don't leave that after failure is the first step of the success. Don't leave that. Again, continue with the same more double pace. So definitely you will success. You will see the success. Thank you. Thank you very much. If I have any doubts, please you may ask. We will clarify. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. Dear participants, if you have any query, if you have any questions, you can ask to respected sir. Any of you, if you have any query, you can ask right now. Okay. Sir, I think there will be no query because you have very nicely explained in a very simple language with the help of our day-to-day examples. So thank you so much, sir. Now I request Honorable Vice Principal Dr. Ambadas Pande, sir, please propose the vote of thanks for this workshop. Thank you.
Thank you, Rupa madam. I am audible?
Okay, sir.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
Thank you, sir. First of all, I offer my sincere thanks to respected Hameshbabu Nanvala, sir, for accepting our invitation and deliver such a nice presentation on such important topics like startup, incubation, innovation, creativity, critical thinking, innovation design. Sir, I'm really very much thankful for you. You very simply explain all these important concepts which are very much important nowadays. Thank you, sir. Thank you very much. I'm also thankful to our principal, Dr. Charushila Rumale, madam, who always motivates us and guide us
दो
to
स्वीकार उन्होंने
various
हिंदुत्व की
educational
विरोध ही किया
programs.
और हिंदू
I'm also
राष्ट्र की
thankful
जो
to
संकल्पना थी, मैं मानता हूँ
Rupa
कि हिंदू
Gupta,
राष्ट्र
madam,
की बात करने वाले वो केवल अकेले नहीं थे,
convener of
समय भी लोग थे,
IIT,
आज भी लोग हैं और
always
हिंदू
comes with
राष्ट्र
such
के
new
मैं मानता
topics.
हूँ कि
I'm also thankful to my students, my faculties, and all participants who joined from different states of our country, and all those who extended their support to conduct this program. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much,
Thank
sir.
you once again, sir.
I am also thankful to Rupa Madam and Pandey sir for giving me this opportunity. I am also thankful to the all the students for their patience hearing. Okay, thank you very much. So I request Rupa Madam, please send the 5 snaps of this thing. Okay, so that I can upload on my personal thing as a design ambassador. Okay,
Surely,
Yes,
sir.
sir, definitely. Thank you so much, sir.
thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Dear participants, we have already shared the feedback link in the same chat, okay, in Google Meet. We will
And
not share.
may I leave, Madam?
Yes, sir. Thank you so much. Sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
वो वहाँ से